Hey guys, I'm CMA Supra, and welcome to another simulator battle in War Thunder. Unlike the previous battle, where I killed a couple of AIs and called it good because I was honestly impressed by that because I'm so rusty at simulator battles, I actually do pretty well in this game. I think my rustiness is starting to wear off actually pretty fast. I'm quite surprised at how fast it's wearing off, but it seems to be wearing off pretty fast. So in this battle, I managed to kill a few players and a couple AIs as well, and managed to do some really impressive defensive flying, even by my standards from years ago when I was good at simulator battles. Even by those standards, this was good defensive flying. Managed to do pretty well in this game. So this is an Enduring Confrontation battle, so it's like 2.5 hours long. I did not play the entire 2.5 hours, but that's the kind of battle it is. We are playing as the Americans, and specifically I'm flying the P-47D, as you can see here. I think this is the D-25, as opposed to the D-28, which is the better one. So I'm flying the D-25 here, and our opponents are the Germans, as you can see in front of me here, and I am trying to get shots on this guy. I am using stealth ammo, so you will hear me firing without any tracers in front of me. I do that on purpose on the P-47s, just because I like it that way. A lot of times opponents won't even know you're there, despite the fact that your engine makes noises when you're within a kilometer of their radius. I guess if you're within a kilometer of the enemy plane. And your guns still make noises as well, but sometimes they just somehow don't notice you're there with stealth rounds, so I like to carry stealth rounds in simulator battles on a P-47. Now, I did miss my shots, at least as far as I know, because you don't actually get hit markers in simulator battles, unfortunately. But I didn't see any sparks on the guy, so as far as I know I missed my shots, which sucks. But I do have a teammate here in an XP-55. How many of those have you guys seen, just in general in this game? It's an overpriced, but cool-looking plane, I guess, and it's overpriced because it's cool-looking. It actually sucks in simulator battles, if I remember correctly, unless it's changed. I think it has always sucked in simulator battles. Same with realistic, actually. But, it's a cool looking plane, and he's my teammate, so together, between the two of us, we can hopefully kill this German. At least that's the goal. He is shooting at me. I'm currently the one acting as bait. Ow! I'm the one acting as bait here for my teammate. He was acting as bait earlier, but now it's switched roles just because this was actually my first game of the day and the first dogfight of the day. Actually, that's a lie. It was not the first game of the day. The first two games of this day that I actually did horribly in those games, but I did really well in this one. And I don't think it was because of luck. I think it's because my rustiness is coming off pretty quickly. But anyways, back to the game. I am the bait, or I was the bait. I might actually be on his tail now. Let's see if I can get shots here. Can I kill you, Mr. BF-109? I think that's what you are. I think you're a BF-109, but I wasn't able to get shots, and some other enemy is shooting at me. Now, the P-47 is a very durable plane, so I didn't really care that an enemy was shooting at me. I figured, okay, you must have come from down lower, so you couldn't have that much energy. I'm just going to keep chasing this other enemy that I'm chasing, and hopefully kill him. And we'll have to see how that goes for me. The fact that there is another enemy now, though, means that it is a 2v2, so it's not quite as unfair of a fight as I was wanting it to be. XP-55 is taking some shots. I have no idea if he hit those shots or not. I can always hope, though. But the game, or this battle, is not as one-sided as I wanted it to be. It would have been nice if it was a 2v1 or a 3v2 or a 10v1. No, 10v1s are insane. Sometimes you get those in simulator battles where you'll have 10 people chasing one enemy, and that's just insane. Nobody is able to do anything, but the enemy is guaranteed to die. Oh, look at those horrible shots that I just made there. Those are really bad. Oh, those shots were so bad. I am still in this enemy's tail, though. I don't know who he's chasing. Maybe that's the XP-55 up there with the contrail that this guy is following. I don't know. Try to take some shots. No idea if they hit, but I didn't see any sparks. It did look like somebody was trying to shoot at me there, though, so... well, they hit me now. I was gonna say, but they're not hitting their shots, which is awesome, but that's not the case. They are definitely hitting their shots. And there he is over there. I must say, I actually really like the contrails in this game. I think the ones in Isle 2 Battle of Stalingrad look really nice and actually better than they do in this game, but I still think they look great in this game. And before you guys ask, no, I do not play Battle of Stalingrad. I did not buy the game, and I don't know that I'm really wanting to buy the game. But anyways, that's a story for another time. This guy's on my tail. One of the things that P-47 is really good at compared to German planes is diving away because it is super heavy. It's like an obese plane. In fact, the whole reason it's called a jug is because it looks like a jug because it's round and obese. So, this obese plane is nice and heavy. It's good at running away, so I decided to take advantage of that, dive down, get away from the enemies. Realistically, that should not have worked because I didn't have enough altitude to really dive away from them. The German planes can keep up in a dive. They won't accelerate as fast, but they'll be able to match the top speed of the P-47 in a dive from that altitude without much issue. So, they managed to actually keep up, but some very small defensive maneuvers got them off my tail, and that works for me. So now I am trying to find another enemy to shoot at. I know my teammate is chasing one of them, and the other one, I have no idea where he is. The keen-eyed among you may have noticed, as I was looking for that other enemy after my teammate and the enemy he was chasing both turned off of me. Well, just after they turned off of me, I was looking for that second enemy because he's just out there flying on his own. And the keen-eye among you may have noticed that there was a giant contrail right in front of my face where he was. But I was a little too busy trying to focus on the dot of my friendly teammate's plane, because spotting in this game is hard. So I completely missed that contrail right in front of my face. So at the bottom right corner you can see the XP-55 did successfully shoot down a BF-109, so that's excellent. It's now a 1v2 again, or a 2v1 in my favor. I am still trying to find this other enemy, but I think I see him here, and in fact I do. Hello there, other BF-109. I don't know what kind you are, but it's now a 2v1 against you. I might be damaged, but that's okay. I was gonna say I didn't bring much to the fight to begin with, but no, I'm actually doing pretty decently as far as my flying goes, and at least if nothing else, I am another target for the enemy to shoot at while my teammate actually does the killing. Sometimes that's your job. Can I get shots here? He's doing that classic spin that lots of people do, but nope, I could not get shots. He was probably moving faster than I expected, so I probably didn't lead far enough ahead was the issue. But maybe I'll be able to get shots here. He is following my teammate, so I am now the person in charge of killing. My teammate is the bait, as you can maybe see at some point here. Those shots, I honestly do not understand how they missed, but they missed. This guy is trying to lose me. He obviously knows that I'm on his tail. In my opinion, he's not trying that hard to lose me, which is kind of interesting. But, I'm staying on his tail. He might just be trying to bleed my speed, because if you're flying a P-47, that is something you can do very easily by making maneuvers, as opposed to boom and zooming. And so if that's what he's trying to do, he's doing it very successfully, because the 109 will keep its energy much better than a P-47 will. I must say, if I was a better shot, though, with this thing, this guy would not be alive at all. I have missed so many shots in this game. Shots that I could have made if I had just done a better job of aiming. But, you'll get to see me do a whole lot better job of aiming later on in this video, and now, who just made my entire tail red? I don't know, but that means there's another enemy in this place, and I'm just gonna ask for cover and run away, because I don't want to deal with two enemies here. My tail is now black, and you can't tell in the video, but I was having a hard time getting my plane to use its elevator to go up or down, so at this point I was just like, let's run away, the base is close by. I'm just gonna flat scissor this guy, do kind of a lazy flat scissor, maybe it'll work. I don't want to do anything too intense with as much damage as I have. So just doing a lazy flat scissors, and you can hear he's still hitting my plane, so it's not quite having the effect that I wanted it to have. But the base is over here. Maybe I'll survive. Just gotta get closer to the base AAA. As long as he doesn't get desperate, he's not gonna start spamming shots at me. Will I survive? It looks like I will survive. The base AAA warded him off, so I am good to go. Now it's just a matter of landing. And this is how badly that landing went. As you can see here, I think I'm at a good approach, but I'm pulling super hard on my joystick, and it's just not lifting the nose of the plane up. Maybe I should have been going faster, but I attribute it to the fact that my tail was super damaged, so pulling on the joystick pretty much did nothing. And so I ended up nose planting into the ground. That is not what you're supposed to do when you land a plane. You're not supposed to nose plant into the ground. Does it work? Yes. Is it what you're supposed to do? No. But that's what I did. So yeah. That didn't go quite as well as I wanted it to, but at least my pilot survived and I can go into another plane. Except that's not really a thing in Enduring Confrontation. That would be an interesting mechanic and everyone would probably hate it. If your pilot died in a plane, you cannot respawn, even though normally you can just respawn in Enduring Confrontation. Anyways, I'm sidetracked. Time to spawn into another P-47 D-25. So after a successful takeoff, because I do not struggle with taking off as much as I do with landing in this game, I am just flying around when suddenly an enemy appears right behind me, and the only reason that I knew he was there was because I heard his engine noise, because engines make noise within 1 kilometer of your plane. So I'm doing some defensive maneuvers. I guess really I'm doing a rolling scissors, which is kind of interesting to do in a P-47 because it's not that great at turning, and a rolling scissors requires you to be pretty good at turning. But it is working against this Focke-Wulf, at least I think it's a Focke-Wulf. It looks like a Focke-Wulf 190A. I did manage to get him in front of me. I fire at him. I did see some light on his right wing there. I don't know if I actually hit his wing, or if maybe that was something with the sun or the lighting in this game. I don't know. But hopefully I hit his wing. Either way, it looks like I might be able to shoot at him again. I try again, and his right wing just gets chopped off. So that is actually my first kill of this game, and with that short fight, my heart was actually racing more than it did in that entire previous fight that you guys just watched. So I was pretty proud of that, but my heart was so racing here, and I was so hot, I was like, oh my god, I wish I didn't have the heater on right now in my room. But can't really change that when you're sitting down far away from it. Anyways, that was a nice quick fight, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next enemy I have found here is actually a bomber. And I don't know what kind of bomber, and in fact I don't even know that it's a bomber at this point in time until I zoom in here and see that it's a bomber. But it's a bomber of some kind, and I'm going to go and shoot at it. I was amazed that I was actually even able to spot this guy, because I have so much trouble with spotting in this game against dark green. As you can see, I have my tree range at the minimum, and having it at the minimum I've noticed kind of helps with spotting. Am I hitting any of these shots? My gosh. I feel like every single one of those should have hit. I really feel like my aim was correct there, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe you guys can tell me where I should have aimed, whether it was more in front or more behind. I don't know. I still gotta get acclimated to aiming properly again in this game. Kinda lost it in the 2.5 years. But anyways, we know it's a Dornier 217 that we're shooting at, and hopefully with this pass I'll be able to get it. Now normally you're not supposed to sit behind a bomber and shoot at them, but with the 217 I'm honestly not worried about it because I'm flying a super durable P-47 and that 217 only has 2 machine guns in the back. So I'm not super worried about how much damage he can do to me unless he gets like a lucky pilot shot. So I do sit behind him, I do set him on fire, he has lost tail control, he is burning with his fuel tank, and kaboom, he is dead. And that is the second kill in this game for me. 2 quick kills right in a row, nice and easy. Now because that 217 did damage my engine in that fight, I decided I wasn't going to risk it. I don't know how the P-47's engine holds up to damage, so I'm just going to repair and rearm at the base, and this was my landing for that. It went about as well as my previous landing, the only difference being I still have one of my wings, and I will be repaired in basically a minute and 3/4, a minute and 45 seconds. So it went slightly better, but that crash was entirely my fault because my plane was in pretty good shape during that landing, at least before I touched the ground. After I touched the ground, it was not in good shape, so maybe I just need to work on my landing skills. Maybe that's the real issue here. Just flying around, playing Spot the Dot, because that's what you do in simulator battles, when suddenly I hear an engine behind me. Who is it? Where are you? Oh, there you are! You are definitely an enemy. I know German tracers when I see them. And you hit me. Okay, so you're not going to be as easy to avoid as that Focke-Wulf 190 from earlier this game was. You are actually a pretty good opponent. So let's do what the P-47 is good at. I'm 2.5 kilometers up in the air. Let's dive down. P-47's nice and obese. Use my weight. Hopefully I can outdive this enemy. I don't know which way my base is. Let's try going this way, and it's actually the wrong way. So maybe I should think about turning around if I can get away from this guy. But so far he is following me. He's still pretty close to me. This is not good. But maybe I can turn the table somehow. Nope, I'm dead. But that was a pretty fast death. And, yeah. So I'm now at, what, 3 kills? No, 3 deaths, 2 kills. There we go. So not quite a 1-to-1 kill-death ratio, but still doing okay. I will redeem myself here later this game. So for any of you who are curious, here is the scoreboard so far in the game. As you can see, there used to be more players, but they left, and that's just what happens as it gets later in the night in the US. And this was on a Saturday night, by the way. And then as soon as I close the scoreboard, I see a contrail with the plane on it. I don't know if this plane is enemy or friendly. By the way, I should mention that I'm not flying the P-47. I'm now flying the Corsair F4U-1c, otherwise known as the Cannon Corsair. So it's the Corsair with the 4 20mm cannons. And this guy, he is within a kilometer, but he is not yet blue, so he must be an enemy. I don't know what kind of enemy you are, but you are an enemy, so I shall do defensive maneuvers against you, and just see how well you do against them. How well can you follow my maneuvers, guy? Apparently not very well. So this is good for me. Can make you overshoot, maybe, without even trying. As you can see, I'm still weaping. I haven't even lowered my throttle at all. But he's still going to overshoot me, which is hilarious. And, oh, am I going to get shots? Yes, and you are dead. Your pilot is literally dead. Your pilot, I guess, is unconscious for game rating reasons, but he's dead. He's dead. Pretty sure he's dead. Maybe he is just unconscious, but he's about to be dead because he's in a plane that's going down into the ground. So if he's not dead, he will be dead. So, yay. 3 kills, 3 deaths. I now have a 1-to-1 kill-death ratio, which in my opinion is pretty good, because that means you're average at the game, and the fact that I'm average is pretty impressive, considering I wasn't here for 2.5 years. So, yay me! I'm like London Tipton from Zack and Cody, for any of you who watched that show. Watched the show, because I don't think it actually is on anymore. I don't know. My sister watched it, that's all I know. Hello down there. I see you. I'm going to get you. Although I hear an engine right behind me. Oh, great. Time to maneuver. Right when I was about to go and kill an enemy, another enemy just had to show up. Alright, where are you? I can't seem to find you. There you are. And the flat scissor seems to actually be working pretty effectively against you, so I shall keep flat scissoring you. Go higher than you, maybe I can get you to overshoot, and then I can get on top of you and behind you, and hopefully kill you. Is he still in front of me? Yes, he is. There he is. I lost him as I'm watching this video, but apparently I tracked him while I was playing. That does happen. So now he's in front of me. A flat scissor worked very well against this guy, and now he's actually making it somewhat easy for me by flying straight and level. At this point I'm thinking, is this an AI or is this a player? Because they were flying like they were a player when they were on my tail, but now they're flying like they're an AI. And the reality is this is actually an AI. I will tell you guys that this is an AI. I was unsure what they were like because I haven't fought very many AIs since I have started playing this game again. But this is an AI. This is what they act like when you're on their tail, apparently. They are not very smart about surviving when you're on their tail. But let's see if I can hit this guy. I would definitely say I hit him. He disintegrated there. And it looks like he actually has a teammate who was following me. So, okay, you must be a player. You were letting an AI be bait, so you must be a player. Let me see if I can kill you, but what are you doing? Why are you not chasing me up here? What's wrong with this guy? What is this guy doing? Alright, well I guess I'll just flip over and get on your tail and try to kill you. Not quite sure why you didn't follow me up, but okay. You're actually moving very fast, guy. Like, seriously, I'm going 650 kilometers an hour and you're still running away at a pretty good pace here. I did not expect this guy to be going that fast. Eventually I'll catch him here. This is where you should play elevator music, right? Do-do-do, do-do-do. There we go. I'm finally catching the guy. Maybe I can get some long-range shots in here. Well, I definitely got the shots, but it didn't quite do much to him. He didn't explode like the previous guy, which was amazing. I liked that explosion. It was very satisfying. Come on, guy. How many shots are you gonna take? Your buddy over there just exploded in one short burst. How about you die quickly just like he did? I'm pretty sure at this point that this guy is an AI, and I will tell you guys that he is an AI. But, I still wanted him to die just like his buddy did, where he exploded easily. I don't know. I really liked that explosion. It was so satisfying. Even if it was an AI, it was still just so satisfying. I don't know why. Can I kill you now, guy? Oh, well, there's damage as the fuselage. May or may not do anything. Let's try to finish you off here. There we go. You're now missing a wing, and you were an AI. As I already told you guys. So there we go. 2 AIs dead, just like that. That makes it 3 players, 2 AIs, and 3 deaths. So I guess I'm still doing pretty well in this game. I am near the enemy base. I have 3.5 minutes of fuel. I can do one of 2 things. Option 1, head back to my base with the limited fuel that I have and just barely make it, refuel and rearm, and be good to go to fly again. Or 2, I can call it a day, say I'm not going home to my family, I'm gonna be a very honorable American Corsair pilot, and kill one more German plane before I go out. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do here.